Hi, my name is Nancy Eisenman, and I'm an individual, marital, and family therapist at Healing Hearts of Indy Counseling in Indianapolis, Indiana. And today the title of my video is The Way You Make Me Feel. So I've had the Michael Jackson song, The Way You Make Me Feel, rolling around in my head today. And now, so do you. Sorry about that. It suddenly occurred to me that it would make a great title. Unfortunately, Jackson fans, we're not going to talk about Michael today. We're going to chat about feelings, but hopefully you knew that already. So now, why is this sort of oldie but goodie speaking to me today, you might ask? I was just thinking about emotional triggers and how easy it is to poke them sometimes. Oftentimes what I hear is, she makes me so angry, or he makes me feel so unappreciated, as if we have no choices about how we feel or how we react. So here's the truth. It is true that we cannot choose to just wake up each day and say, I think I'm going to feel happy all day no matter what, and nothing could possibly happen to change that. It's just not realistic, and the emotion center of your brain doesn't quite work like that. You can get to a place where you feel really peaceful, almost always, though. That's a whole nother book. Things such as deaths and tragedies happen all the time, and we should absolutely have emotional reactions to them. It would be incongruent with our heart to not feel these negative emotions. But what is also true, and I think we often don't realize, is that we can choose how we react to our feelings. Others may try like the Dickens to influence how you feel, but you ultimately get the choice about how you react and how you treat the other person. It takes a lot of time and effort to have an influence on your normal status quo sort of baseline feeling state. But instant feelings are about wounds and reactivity. Feelings are a tool that let us know when something has happened that needs our attention. Take anger, for example. If I get angry, I know that one of two things has happened. Either someone has invaded my boundaries, or someone has poked a wound. If it's a boundary violation, I can have a voice and calmly and non-reactively correct the situation. If it's a wound being poked, I need to get down into the depths of my heart and get to work on healing it. Either way, it's about me and my stuff. And what they've done doesn't have to trigger me if I work on me. So what about getting a handle on some of that reactivity? Wounds from long before you met the current lunkhead you're in a relationship with, man or woman, friend or foe, they still haunt you and cause pain and reactivity to rise to the surface. They're just the current face of it. Feelings indicate what wounds the other person has touched inside of you, but they are still your wounds. It's like having a button right in the middle of your forehead, and every time someone walks by and feels the mood strike, they can reach over and push your buttons. Right? I mean, am I speaking the truth here? You know you've said this at least once or thought it before. If he or she would just stop pushing my buttons, we'd be fine. Okay, so here's another big truth. You can disengage your buttons. We all have wounds from our past, but we don't have to continue on with the pain and reactivity of them for the rest of our lives. We can disengage these triggers that cause us to be reactive, or in other words, differentiate from our favorite button pushers. If I don't react when you do the same thing you've done 10,000 times to make me angry, and even better, react counterintuitively, I can begin to disengage my buttons. Doing the heart work on the source of my wounds disengages them further. Eventually, when someone pushes them, nothing happens. Voila! Stops them from getting the payoff from pushing it, whether it's positive or negative, and then, why push it anymore? No one can make you feel unappreciated without your complete cooperation. No one can make you angry without you having to own that you have the wound and the trigger, and you have either consciously or reflexively chosen the reaction you've had. Those choices can change. The reflexes can be rewired. You want the cure for anger and self-pity? Here it is. Learn to love yourself for who you are. Get into recovery from your wounds and childhood issues. De-enmesh. Differentiate. Figure out who you really are and where your boundaries are located. Know thyself. Differentiate and grow up that little aching kid inside of you. Mature him or her. Don't know how to begin? Well, feel free to email me at Nancy, Nancy, at healingheartsofindy.com, and I'll hook you up. Wouldn't it be amazing to have peace reign supreme in your mind? To be able to love other people freely and without judgment? To fully understand the beauty of humility, loving yourself without feeling like a narcissist? It can happen. You can make you feel so much better. Please feel free to contact me and share this video also over social media or email the link to someone that you think might enjoy it. And thank you very much for supporting my work.